ahunhum bia ne de omoye. You know, every spirit and what they do. And you know, fire spirits. Let's go through the spirits and their functions. First one, you're way.
We say you are Rauhani.
Yeah, well, Rauhani. The first one is Rauhani. Rauhani, you know, it is saying, yet describing no.
Rauhani no. Say yet me when say one no yedi.
Nihuyedi.
One na nuhuyedi pa apart from one Rauhani any jinu Maluda.
Jino Maluda or
right. One day one nanti ever wall so and you will be an
okay, so the Jino Maluda crawls on walls and not everybody sees him. But then Rauhani no one angel.
What is
your friend angel no and now what is angel?
What is angel?
Rauhani
is like angel.
Okay, so Rauhani is not angel per se. Rauhani is like an angel. It actually comes after an angel. So the next in line in angels.
So ansana diomuya tintin.
Ansana diomuya tintin so Rauhani.
There be omuya aljani. Your
Aljani.
Why entina twifo mo si hunhum.
Aljani. So eno ya jinn.
Why jinn?
Why jinn? So we have, according to him, we have tall ginnis, very tall. Now, omono edian omoye Rauhani no one can di omoye. Nti enwie Rauhani na say about aljani.
Rauhani no mu yedi.
Ne ho yedi. They are strong.
Because one tintin no. So one Rauhani no wanani.
When the tall jinn sees Rauhani, it melts. Wanani.
Wanani. Because no yedi.
Because Rauhani is stronger. Right.
Rauhani so wanye boni.
Rauhani doesn't do bad.
But one tintin
yes.
Wanye boni.
But the long genies do bad things.
I didn't know wanye boni.
Didn't know wanye boni.
Wanu wasuro nipa.
Okay.
Wanye boni but wasuro
nipa. So the long genes do evil stuff, but they fear human beings.
But I didn't know what me boni.
So why is he able to commit badness?
Ye na man awodi. Ti se beifo wan be yi wo ye bibia Rauhani ajanu entimi ye ajanu so wo ye ade a be ye entimi ye enti se no wo ma ye contact
okay
enti se omu ka bom no enti awondin wom
so Rauhani is able to do things that witches cannot do, and witches are also able to do things that Rauhanis cannot do. No, Ginnis cannot do. So I'm talking about Ginnis and not Rauhanis. So the jinns are able to do things that witches cannot do. And the witches and wizards are also able to do stuff that the Ginnis cannot do. So now they've come together to form an alliance. Right, 5 in 5 Ghana's first social media celeb talk show. The name Arnold Elavanyo. You can always call me, bro, you see me? Big shouts to Eddie, big shouts to Sad Legend, Vanny, Tomiko, Brown, Desmond. We're back here to continue with our spiritual conversations. Deep spiritual conversations. Sometimes it gets very scary. You fear in your homes and you fear for us too, but we're not stopping. My guest is a first timer on Vibes and 5, and we hope to have him more and more to share his knowledge with us. Take note that we're going to be talking about some deep stuff. Now, he wants to talk about the types of spirits we have and what each of them do. It's very important so that somebody do not tell you the characteristics of dwarfs and yet tell you the functions of a jinn, or tell you that this is how witches look like, or this is how witches are, but then tell you the functions of dwarfs. You know, they interconnect them. No. Malam, Telfat, Ain, Telfat al-Ain. But we'll call him Malam Talfa. We'll keep it short like that because I can't remember the Telfat al-Ain. It means with a twinkle of an eye, or in a twinkle of an eye, something can happen. Very fast, bam, and then the thing just happens like that. But take note, some of the things you would understand, others you might not. Seek for deeper understanding before you make a decision. So at the end of the day, you would be fully responsible for that. Chief, Akwaba, he says you speak Tree, so I would have to do a double work by paraphrasing for you. Okay. Akwaba.
Yeah.
Said ya wachichiri how do you call this one?
Rawani.
Rawani. Is it the same? No, Rohani is a spirit.
This one it be Rawani.
Rawani. Okay, so one new word. Rawani.
That's right.
Obiat me eshebi.
I mean,
Muslim biat me shebi and I were ranks or much.
Different.
Okay.
But I know Bia net me share when be. Okay. Our taps are ye diagro dear.
Yeah, what ye diagro.
But I know when be. We a different one. We Ankasanu Bibium.
Balaam Tarifa has started. He says what he has around his head has power in it. It's not the ordinary one that you find everybody using. Now, Bibina woman no. Edro ana Islam at the end of maybe aya bi wo Quran ni mu ayede aye bibia hyem.
We Ankasanu Japadia minana edi ajami.
Okay.
We minana dia no
Japadia is a property that your grandfather left for you.
What the ajami?
Sunsu ana hunhum be na wom.
Adia ewom edosu.
Really?
Edosu pa edosu. Emusu yedu papa.
Ba se eyentoma. Emu yedu anka se ensen wo kon ho.
Weni na ewum se eyentoma.
Meni hu ne se eyentoma.
Weni hu ne eyentoma, but anyo obi na ewum se eyentoma. But one kasanu adia unhu anything na say the weni afra but who him say unhu abibia but weni afra
okay
then any bie dia onim say anya.
So whoever knows, has and understands spirits knows that this is heavy. It is not just an ordinary cloth, but to you the ordinary viewer, I mean, if you don't have a spirit, some of you are very spiritual and powerful, the powerful ones, he's saying you can see that it is not ordinary. But to someone like Satan, legend, to them it is just black cloth around your head. And to me, I want you na shame, and to me, ni bisa she baby fufro.
To me, a bisha she baby fufro, and son a wesu.
Wesu kahu. Nipa bia wo limit of to me. Question we mean bisa how the other. Say to say me say. Metimi enya to me be 200 per apart from ebru 200 I mean to me obi nso wo ho a ono ni de obetimi enya ye 90 per ebru 90 a ontimi ye wo breaks sa wom ana to me bia me pese menya no metimi enya
un say obi ani nikra.
Okay, so I asked if everybody can decide to have as many spirits or as many powers as they wish for. So if I want 500 powers, can I get them and use them? Or there's a limit to how many powers or spirits one can have. That I can have 90, but then Sat can only have 40. Or Eddie can have 200, but Legend can only have 70. Is that the way it is? And he says, no, it depends on your soul. Ukra.
Ebia de edi be ma wonu ukra ntimi. Ti say yedosu. Ana mi na di mami. When me say mi kra no ebetimi aso.
My grandfather gave it to me because he knew
because me na metimi, but I try obi ade omo chen me. O mantimi, but me na o say me. Sanka mintimi anka yan fama me anka di beba obi fufuro. But metini entina.
Entina the amount. Entino when you are also leaving, will you give it to someone else? Also di bema obi.
Me di bema
o di beja obi.
Me di beja.
Oba ana wonana.
Mintimi kasa me ba, mintimi kasa me nana de aden ebe konu so no won na me di bema no.
Okay, whoever the Lord falls on, that person would inherit it. Afi yembra nkomo ne so. We say ahunhum bia ne de omo ye. Every spirit and what they do. And fire spirits. Let's go through the spirits and their functions. First one, you're doing.
We say you are Rauhani.
You are Rauhani. The first one is Rauhani. Rauhani, it is saying, describing no.
Rauhani no. She say, yet me, one say, one no yedi. One no no yedi pa. Apart from one Rauhani, any Jinu, Maluda or
right.
One day one nanti ever walls and you will be an
okay, so the Gino Malguda crawls on walls and not everybody sees him. But then Rauhani no one angel.
What is a
friendly angel? No, and now what is angel?
What is angel?
Rauhani
is like angel.
Okay, so Rauhani is not angel per se. Rauhani is like an angel. it actually comes after an angel. So the next in line in angels.
So ansana de omuye tintin.
Ansana de omuye tintin so ye rohani.
There be omuye aljani. Ye friend aljani.
Aljani.
Wa entina twifo omu si hunhum.
Aljani. So eno ye jinn.
Wa ye jinn.
Wa ye jinn. So we have, according to him, we have tall ginnis, very tall. Now, omono edian omoye rohani no one can di omoye. Nti enwie rohani na say about aljani.
Rohani no mu yedi.
Ne ho yedi. They are strong.
Because one tintin no. So one rohani no wanani.
When the tall jinn sees rohani, it melts. Wanani.
Wanani. Because no yedi.
Because rohani is stronger. Right.
Rohan so wanye boni.
Rohan doesn't do bad.
But one tintin
yes.
Wanye boni.
But the long genies do bad things.
I didn't know wanye boni.
Didn't know wanye boni.
Wanu wasuro nipa.
Okay.
Wanye boni but wasuro
nipa. So the long genes do evil stuff, but they fear human beings.
But I didn't know what me boni.
So why is he able to commit badness?
Ye na man awon Ti se beifo wa on beye wo ye bibia rohan ajanu entimi ye ajanu so wo ye ade a beye entimi ye enti se no wo ma ye contact.
Okay.
Enti so mu ka bom no enti awon
wom. So rohani is able to do things that witches cannot do, and witches are also able to do things that rohanis cannot do. No, Ginnis cannot do. So I'm talking about ginnis and not rohanis. So the jinns are able to do things that witches cannot do. And the witches and wizards are also able to do stuff that the ginnis cannot do. So now they've come together to form an alliance. They become stronger.
And
that's why the world economy has become tough. That's why we are falling sick. We are suffering. Some have become alcoholic, drug addicts. It is the joint venture or joint exercise of genies and witches. Abeifoni genu no ma kambum.
Ti say uko hospital. Bebre omo lab no anye say omo yare.
Bebre omula
lab amukoye lab test anye omu yare na edima omu.
Oh really?
Bebre anye omu yare na edima omu.
Na eno na eba ne sen.
That's right. Un say ofie. Say me manye obi ofie a mentimi mben wo. Ansa na menya wo no this manye de ofie. On the menya easy na me di wa aye ade a me hwehwe. Enti beye no wanu jinu no omu ka bomu a ana omu timi esai bibia so obi tise usori mu dosu ana uye upapa de different mi papa different ana mi say o future no eche media no enti na mi papa na mi mami woko hwehwemu anase ebi woko 1990 no ana woko nwuye no ti se wo star no eche media no e wo se ye ma wo star no before ansa na wo be sorry no wo be duru stage a wo se won timi nya bibia no na edi wo abofom enti that time no ye di Korea ye friend Korea
is a port I think so
na ya akatawo
Obe
won say o ye bibia
enkoso. So you've been placed under a port or calabash because of jealousy. Won say awonya ebeye. Jealousy is witchcraft.
Ti say hunkumboni jealousy enye kura eni na edi sa nyamanyama obe so obi akwakọ di beye but onim se wadi because wonu opese enka se wonu waye yi so enti wojoloso a ebeye
I see. Enti no yahu rauhanin yahu jinu de wan biem na ewo ho
en de mi kire o
eno ye beye
de eno se beye
yes
Beye one ni
Beye were different.
Beye different.
Yes, Rauhani different.
Rauhani different.
Jinu tintin no so.
Tintin one na wakabom.
Only beye na kabom, yes.
And omu say
niama.
Omu say niama.
Enti miensa we pe ne ye wo.
Ba ku bi wonu.
Eno ye.
Wonu na meka se won nanti wall.
Eno ye friend same biem.
Maluda.
Ono na wall, that's the one that cross.
One na ye obi ana ehunu.
Enti why na etimi hu no? Who is able to see the Maluda?
The one say wo Maluda bia wakura Rauhani.
Okay, whoever sees Maluda actually has Rauhani, which is the one that looks like angels.
Wanu at times wanu yes man okoya adiboni papa echembe yeni
Maluda does evil.
Wanu if ni kura echem
his speed with evil deeds is sharp.
Wanu because wanu so unye dia anya dia obetimi.
And if you are not strong, you can't deliver him from someone. Then the Maluda no
but I know Bian own. This said Udi Rauhani Edgeman son obe.
But the Arabuboni no, out of all the spirits that you have mentioned, which one do you work with, or which one have you seen? The Arabuboni na the when I would ejuma.
Me the Rauhani Edgeman.
Udi Rauhani Edgeman.
Entina frame it telfatal ain.
That's why I call telfatal ain.
Because I am midi. But a dear me entina frame telfatal
ain. So the name is out of what he does, Talfatal Ain, and he uses Rauhani. Aden wumpe Malgudano.
Malgudano, ye fighty.
Okay.
Eyi efri nipasu.
Okay.
Because wanu oba obraboma obi bia noa ebeye papa. Bibia noa obeya ebekoso. Wanu watimi sisa umoja.
Malguda is able to change your blood.
What sisa moja because ye Ubeba be won say ebia obi yare yeduna kwa eduro su saa ya man eduro na enye ejima o ya sesa ni moja
no
ya sesa ni moja wonu yedi wonu ubet say ube won say obi na wa yesu ndai say wakura akwala yeduna ma
and if you dream and you have a baby, you have been given Malguda
ya mao ni yesu edin.
Wow. Then that's one stubborn spirit, Malguda.
Ni edin.
Edin.
Ube won say it says.
But common. Is it common? It's not common. Is it common? It's not common.
It's not.
A lot of people don't use it.
It's not
because
common.
It's difficult to get.
It's not common. Answer no be cry no yedi. Because one obema wo hihye bia untimi.
So usually it gives you rules that it's difficult for you to stick with.
Because one there one fanche.
He doesn't forgive. Malguda doesn't forgive.
Eshishia se unye
e wose woye
se wanye dia obe se enti atam so be won se malam for bibri ani eyi pastors bibri atam so mu yusu onu kura so na atam ediye omuboni
omo yusu no eno asantimi twa ne ho ye omuboni
eye omuboni because
when di ne mra na so ana ono apa obetimi aye omuboni
se won se so unu ni ejima
yes
adia o ka se wonye no na se wantimi an ya obey oboni because one the boni kun na oye.
This Maluda spirit, I wish we could have more time to get deeper into it, but moving forward I'm sure we would have a guest who would also get into that spirit Maluda, because the things I'm hearing about him is quite disturbing. He never does anything good. He is on auto bad. Everything he does is bad, and it's difficult for you to even deliver someone who has been attacked by Maluda. Madam Telfa, we dear yambo ne tofa. E dear ni dear na utime.
Inshallah, mitimiya adi bebre. Inshallah, ti se e kase obi yare. Ana we ejima nkoso. Ti se obi yare yedina chin saa yantimi. Inshallah, yedi yensa tusuwa. By the great inshallah yejima.
Na who won cry?
Me won cry.
Who won cry higher?
Won cry yeah.
You are based in Accra.
Me won cry.
Na what number you then?
0555
0555
0555 209346
again
0555 209346.
Okay, 0555 209346. Okay. Malam Talfa is the name. Talfat al-Ain. Beautiful name. I've learned to pronounce it. Talfat al-Ain is the name. It means in a blink of an eye or in a twinkle of an eye, what must happen, or what will happen must happen. More than kun fe kun. Chief, thank you very much. Me da see. Me jidi say yesan share bi ma. Say ene yabo ahunhum no 4. We've touched on 4 spirits. The Maluda, the Jinnu, the tall Jinnu, Rouhani, and witches. So if for nothing at all, you've learned the characteristics of these spirits and what they are used for by the people who use them to work. Thank you very much. Pay attention to details, and big shouts to all of you and to the crew. Nana, me da se. Me jidi se be sen share bi.
Inshallah.
Se wo akra nkwa de ye be share.
Inshallah.
All right. We out.